telephone rates. Hughes?
A good many people who've had their fill of telephone bills and all other aspects of reality are finding a futuristic way of putting their problems aside for a while.
In the long lines in front of the big city theaters across the country, the moviegoers wait for 6 hours or more. They are waiting to escape. At the box office, they are buying a few hours out of this world. The film is called Star Wars. It and other recent Hollywood offerings are obviously giving the public what it wants, total escape cinema. Some fans just can't get enough of it.
God, really? I have a friend who's seen it 4 times already.
One critic calls Star Wars just a big, dumb flick. But, like most reviewers, he points out the public is in a mood for fanciful, pure entertainment and adventure. There's nothing heavy, no big message in these kinds of pictures. Star Wars is simply a cosmic comic book movie, one which really moves. There are such basics as corny dialogue reminiscent of the Saturday serials of the 1930s.
Don't worry, she'll hold together. Baby, hold together.
And plot basics, like a captured princess in peril and in serious need of rescue. The producer of Star Wars believes he knows why it and other escape movies are now big hits.
In times of prosperity, we tend to be more self-critical and self-analytical and can accept it. In times of lesser prosperity, both economic and sociological, we tend to prefer more escapist entertainment and like to see a lot of it, like in the 30s with the big Busby Berkeley musicals. I think maybe we're getting back to wanting to see a little more soft entertainment and have a good time and really enjoy ourselves.
Today, moviegoers of all ages seem to want to get involved, cheering the good guys in white and hissing the bad guys, costumed ominously dark. Rocky is another film with the same appeal. Here, there is a real hero, the values relatively simple, and a happy ending. The audience is fulfilled. Rocky was the Academy's Picture of the Year last year, big box office. Star Wars this year is attracting even larger audiences. But whether it's these or other escapist movies, when they emerge from the theaters, the audiences are happy. Just ask.
Sure, I love it. That's my favorite kind of entertainment.
Why?
Look at this. I love to escape from that.
I mean, we've just had so many kind of burned out on all the social commentary movies we've had.
There's no doubt about it, the big movie makers see the trend.
Now I guess what we're going to find is the combination of Rocky and Star Wars. You know, I've got a movie that reminds me of Rocky, Star Wars, Easy Rider, Sound of Music, and all put into one. You know, an attempt to try to chase the winner.
Stop that ship! Blast!
With Star Wars, 20th Century Fox does indeed have a winner. The old Fox Studios badly needed one. On Wall Street, the company's stock took off almost as fast as the movie Spaceship. And that's certainly enough to accelerate production of more and more totally escapist films. Terry Drinkwater, CBS News, Hollywood.
9 before the hour, the CBS Morning News returns to the present. 21 past the hour.
And Chris Chase here now with stories about people. Chris?
Thanks, Bob. Well, the movie opened Wednesday. Its name is The Empire Strikes Back, and what it is striking is pay dirt.
12 o'clock show has been sold out.
All over the country, fans waited hours to buy tickets. In New York, people huddled under umbrellas. There were kids, old folks, even a guy in a Darth Vader suit.
I just had this suit dry cleaned, too. It's drenched.
And what is it all these people couldn't wait to see? This.
Echo Station 57, we're on our way.
The sequel to Star Wars is the biggest moneymaker in the history of movies, and already it threatens to overtake its predecessor. In its first day, The Empire Strikes Back took in almost $1.5 million at the box office. But we'll all have to wait for the next picture in the projected 9-picture series to get some answers. Will Luke Skywalker triumph over the evil Darth Vader? Will Han Solo thaw out after being frozen alive? And will Han and Princess Leia get married?
Sir, I've isolated the reverse power flux coupling.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're perfectly welcome, sir.
Meanwhile, back on Earth, other marriages were being made and shattered.
What channel is that? Walter coming? Walter doesn't like Star Wars?
Oh, he loves it.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, can I have your name?
Ron Cundiff.
Just spell your last name, please.
C-U-N-D-I-F-F.
How long have you been here, Ron?
About an hour and a half.
Why didn't you take the free seat?
Because I want to keep the ticket for a collector's item.
Why would you wait so long to see a movie?
Well, I went and seen Star Wars, the first movie, 17 times. And if it's as good as that one, I'll have to see it another 17 times again.
Why did you come out the first day?
Because I wanted to see it the first day.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
How about you, sir?
Richard Wallace. I'm a science fiction fanatic, so any science fiction film I'm going to turn out to see.
Why didn't you go in the first showing?
Because when I first got down here at the first showing, they said it was for people that had won the tickets. And then later on, they started giving them away. And by then, I figured the best seats would be taken, so I'd wait.
How long have you been here?
I've been here about an hour and a half, too.
You're willing to wait that long just to see a movie?
Certainly. This is not just a movie. It's Empire Strikes Back.
How many times did you see Star Wars?
I've seen Star Wars 4 times.
4 times. Okay, thank you. Okay, first of all, can I have your name?
Kenneth Davis.
Why are you waiting in line to see this movie?
I'm hoping this to be as good as Star Wars, and I enjoyed Star Wars, so I figured this to be a good experience.
How long have you been here?
Since 11 o'clock.
And you're willing to wait that long to see a movie?
Yeah, I am. For this one, I am. I'm a science fiction. I like science fiction a lot, so I'm hoping this will be good.
How many times did you see Star Wars?
About 4 times. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
First of all, give me your name.
My name is Mark Warrian.
Would you spell your last name?
W-A-R-R-I-A-N.
How long have you been here?
I got here at 8:30, and there were people here since 8 o'clock and 7:30. And because the paper said that the first showtime would be around 12, they didn't specify that the 12 o'clock showtime was sold out. But they sold us the tickets for the 2:30 showing ahead of time. So that's a nice compromise.
Why are you going to wait so long just to see a movie?
I hope it's a good movie. I like the first one.
How many times did you see Star Wars?
I lost count around 7.
Are you a science fiction fanatic, or is this just some trend you like?
Fan, not a fanatic. I like science fiction, yeah. Most people here do, except the people that went to see the 12 o'clock showing.
Why didn't you take some of the free tickets?
Well, I didn't even know they were giving away free tickets until they were already giving them away. Plus, I was waiting for some people.
Okay, thank you. Hi, first of all, can I have your name, please?
Tom Walker.
Tom Walker?
Walker, you got it?
Okay, you right now are standing at the end of a very long line to see a movie that doesn't start for 2.5 hours. Why?
Just seemed like a good thing to do today. It's nice out. There's no reason to go anywhere else. And I sent someone off for food.
So you're ready for a long wait?
Sure. a nice day.
Are you a science fiction freak or are you a Star
No,
Wars freak?
I'm a movie freak. I like movies. And the line's not that long yet.
Did you see Star Wars?
Yep.
How many times?
Once.
Once.
There's plenty in one time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, you just came out of the movie. What do you think?
It was a fantastic movie. They cut it short, though. There was no real ending to it, but it was a great movie. Great movie. A lot of things happened fast. A lot of things happened very fast.
Do you think you'll see it again?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I loved it. I loved it.
Can I have your name, please?
Dave Granke.
Could you spell your last name, please?
Gronke.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hi. Hi. First of all, can I have your name?
Cindy Kahn, and I'm with WMET, the station that sponsored the movie today.
Cindy, you saw the movie. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought it was real good. Real good. A lot of new characters, very interesting.
Okay, did you see Star Wars?
Yeah.
How many times did you see it?
Just once.
Do you plan to see this one again?
I don't know, maybe. One more time. We don't want to spoil it too many times, though.
Okay, thank you.
I thought it was good.
Your name?
Dan Hernandez.
Spell your last name?
Hernandez.
Well, you saw the movie. What do you think?
That was great. It's the best sequel yet, I swear to God.
Are you planning to see it again?
At least 5 or 6 times. I saw the other one 8 times, and I'll probably see this one just as many. It's
Okay,
great.
thank you. Give me your name.
Rick Spaulding,
Could you spell your last name?
Spaulding.
Well, you saw the movie. What'd you think?
It was really great. I was really surprised and everything. You know, I really thought that the sequel, you know, maybe wouldn't have been up to par, but it really wasn't. It was really good. I liked the special effects in it, and I'm a Darth Vader fan. I really like Darth Vader in it.
Will you see it again?
Plan to.
How many times?
Quite a few.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, your name?
Chris Spaulding.
Could you spell your last name?
Spaulding.
Chris, will you see the movie again?
Oh, sure. It's pretty good.
What'd you think of it?
Ah, pretty great. I thought it was great. Special effects and everything.
Did you see Star Wars?
Yeah.
How many times?
Twice or 3 times.
Will you see this one again?
Oh, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hello. My name is Mike Smykowski.
Okay, give me your name again.
Mike Smykowski.
Could you spell your last name?
Smykowski.
What'd you think of the movie?
Wow, phenomenal. Really a lot of underlying meanings. That hit home a lot closer than like the first movie. And just like the ending was a lot different from the first movie, and there's a lot more tearjerker almost at points there, and it was good. I'm still so much shaken from the movie. It's pretty good, really good. I saw Star Wars about 4 times, and this is probably matched the same amount of times at least. But it was really great. Really loved it.
So you will see it again?
Oh yeah, no
Okay,
doubt.
thank you.
What's your name?
David Delta T. Laban.
Could you spell your last name?
Lavan.
Okay, what'd you think of the movie?
I thought it was great. I mean, really, it was a good movie. I plan to see it again.
How many times?
Oh, I don't know, whatever I can afford.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Bill, let's try that. Okay. I'm going to ask you for, how long have you been waiting here?
About 10 minutes.
Oh, so this is not a big deal.
No, we cut in line.
How'd you cut?
We've been here since 12:15. 12:15. I don't know. They were going to sit. That's why they only been waiting 10 minutes. We've been here since 12:15.
How can you stand in line if you've been, how can you cut in front of all these people?
Because we wanted to sit down with her. We had her sitting down over there at the bench.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
Hi, yeah.
Right here. We'll start here. Okay. How long have you been waiting?
We got here about 12:15 or so, 12 o'clock.
So you've been waiting 2 hours.
Roughly. It's going to be 2:30 before they let us in, at least. You know.
How many times did you see the first one?
No, we've been waiting in line. I got here too late, and there was a line formed already.
How many times did you see the first Star Wars movie?
About 3 times.
How about yourself? You've been waiting 2 hours as well?
Yeah.
How many times did you see the first one?
Twice.
Are you excited about this?
I just want to get in. It's hot out here.
How many times did you see the first Star Wars movie?
Around 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. How long have you been waiting for this one?
Around an hour and a half.
Are you all excited to seeing it?
Yeah.
Do you have any Star Wars toys?
Yeah, lots of them.
Which ones?
Like all the figures and all the action things. Like the spaceships and that.
Yeah. What do you think's going to happen in the new one?
I don't know.
Who are you rooting for, Luke or Darth Vader? Luke, not Darth Vader, right?
Yeah.
How many times did you see the... We gotta wait? How many times did you see the first Star Wars movie?
24.
No, you didn't.
I have a Betamax.
24 times?
Yeah. 24.
Is it your favorite movie of all time?
No.
What'd you like better?
Meatballs.
How many times are you gonna go see this one?
Depends if it's good. I might see it 10. If I get the tape, 24.
You have a lot of Star Wars toys?
No.
Who are you rooting for in the new film, Luke or Darth Vader?
Luke. Yes.
Let's talk to you. Is that your brother?
No.
How many times have you seen the Star Wars movie?
2.
Just 2 times, the first one? You excited about seeing this new one? You have any Star Wars toys? Which ones?
Some of the action figures and an X-Wing fighter.
An X-Wing fighter. That was a model that you built?
Yeah.
Or just it comes already assembled? Who are you rooting for, Luke or Darth Vader?
Darth Vader.
But he's the bad guy.
So?
Why would you be rooting for Darth Vader? You're the only one that I've ever talked to who's rooting for Darth Vader.
I guess, Luke, I don't know.
Okay. Are you guys brothers?
No, we're friends.
Okay, all right. What'd you think of the movie? Let's start again. A little louder. What'd you think of the movie?
It's great. It's okay.
Do you like it better than the first, or it's the same or less?
That's the same thing, you know. It still didn't end up right. You gotta see another one. It might be a Star Wars 3, you know. They didn't kill Darth Vader.
Oh, you shouldn't tell everybody. You shouldn't tell everybody. How many times did you see the first one?
Just once.
Okay. Will you go back and see this again?
Maybe, yeah. Again.
Let's try this. What'd you think of the new Star Wars movie?
It was great. They had a lot more action than the first one.
Did you think it was as good as the first one?
It was better.
You like this better?
It was better. It was better.
How many times did you see the first one?
This is my first time.
Oh, you didn't see the first one?
Oh, the first one I seen it 3 times.
You saw it 3 times?
3 times.
You go back to see this one?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go back.
You have any of the Star Wars toys?
No, not really, but I work in a store where they sell all those things.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. Is this the toughest film you've ever worked?
It's the most crowded. That's besides the other Star Wars. The first one we had here, that was just as bad.
And what does it mean to you guys?
More work, because the other Star Wars, during the winter, we didn't have to sweep the streets and everything. Now we do. So.
You're the only guys that hope for bad movies, so you don't have to work so hard, right?
Right, and we don't have to watch the movie a million times either.
I'm really glad that the movie is a tremendous success. I think that's really terrific. But as a merchant on this side of the street, I got here at 9:30 this morning. There were lines for the 12 o'clock show. People lying on the sidewalk, sitting on the stairs, throwing trash all over the place. It's really, really difficult.
Is your business down?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Monday and Tuesday this week were terrific. Today has been a disaster. I spoke to people up and down the street who feel the same way.
What can you do about it?
I have no idea. I don't understand why they don't put something like this in a theater like McClure Court, where there aren't businesses around to be affected by the traffic. It seats 3 times as many people as this one. It only makes sense to me to put something that's going to make this much money, attract this many people, someplace where it's not a problem.
Or how much business did you do Tuesday?
3-4 times as much by this time today as we've done today.
Did you like the first Star Wars movie?
It was all right. Wasn't my favorite movie in the world.
Plan on seeing this one?
I doubt it. My husband probably will, but I probably won't.
Are you going to see it in this theater?
No, I'm not. I certainly am not. If I see it at all, maybe I'll wait till I get to New York the next time or something. I will not go to this theater to see this movie. Totally out of the question.
The time now, 19 minutes past the hour.
America's movie studios have learned that tried and true often beats fresh and new. That's the subject of this morning's West Coast Report from Maria Shriver in Los Angeles. Good morning, Maria.
Good morning to you, Phyllis. Well, that's true what you said. So the question this evening will be, at about 10 p.m., do you know where your kids will be? Well, they may very well be out of this world. Tonight, for one night only, Star Wars fanatics can get the ultimate fix. Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi will roll back-to-back in theaters in 8 cities. Why? Because Hollywood doesn't think that once is enough. Here they come. From a galaxy far, far away, the Star Wars trilogy is making a triumphant and historic journey back to this planet.
I got him!
We believe that there are enough Star Wars fans out there that'll sit for those 6.5, 7 hours and come out and even want more.
You are unwise to lower your defenses.
That's right. For 7 hours and $10, you can be a part of the Star Wars Marathon. The extravaganza is designed to promote the reissue of Return of the Jedi, opening in more than 1,000 theaters nationwide tomorrow.
When you have a picture that's enormous at the box office, the normal tendency for the studio is to bring it back into the marketplace and give the public an opportunity to see it again.
And give the studio an opportunity to milk it for profits. Fox is spending only $3 million to launch Jedi, far less than it would cost to make the public aware of a new film. But after that, it's all gravy.
Star Wars, when it was reissued in April of '81, was a little over $17 million in box office gross. Empire, the reissue, was $14.5 million when it was reissued.
Now, not all movies are ripe for re-release. Coal Miner's Daughter couldn't cut it the second time around, and neither could Rez. But you've got a good chance at making profits if your re-release is aimed at kids, because they go again and again and again. So late this summer, Warner Brothers is planning to reissue Gremlins, and Universal's entry into the summer reissue sweepstakes is E.T. How big a business is the business of reissuing films?
Film sale to cable and television has reduced the business quite a bit. But there are classics that can be reissued, and pictures that have never been on any other media tend to be very successful.
Universal discovered that again last summer with the re-release of 5 Alfred Hitchcock classics. Profits were in the neighborhood of $10 million. And this fall, Universal is taking a shot at the 1954 film, The Glenn Miller Story. The all-time re-release champion is Snow White, which grossed $30 million last time out. Disney reissues their classics every 7 years to a new generation. Coming this Christmas, 101 Dalmatians.
Over there! 2 more of them! Wait, Leia!
So fasten your seatbelts, movie-going audience. You're entering a time warp. The movies you're likely to see tomorrow are the movies of the past. In this town, profits are the name of the game. There are several places you can put your blockbuster, on cable, on network TV, or on video cassettes. It can cost studios dearly to hold a movie back from these lucrative markets. But as long as there are mega hits in Hollywood, they will continue to take that gamble. Columbia Pictures bet that this summer you're going to want to see Ghostbusters all over again. Phyllis?
Thank you, Maria. And by the way, if you're interested in seeing that triple bill of the 3 Star Wars movies, here are the cities where it's playing tonight. Seattle, San Francisco, and Los Angeles on the West Coast, Dallas and Denver, Chicago, and Toronto. Have a good time. And also here in New York City. It's now 23 minutes after the hour. We'll be back.
Harrison Ford became a megastar in bigger-than-life roles. He was intergalactic adventurer Han Solo in the Star Wars trilogy. And he took on Nazis and bizarre cults as the swashbuckling archaeologist Indiana Jones. But Ford refused to be typecast. In Witness, he played a tough cop in a tight spot. And in his new movie, Roman Polanski's Frantic, he's a regular guy who is caught up in a nightmare of abduction and violence. Before Harry Smith went on vacation, he talked with Harrison Ford.
I got the feeling as I was watching Frantic, I felt like I was in an Alfred Hitchcock movie. Did it feel like you were making an Alfred Hitchcock movie?
No, if you'd been there, you would have felt like you were making a Roman Polanski movie. I'm not a big movie buff, so all of these allusions to other films are a bit lost on me. I haven't seen a whole Alfred Hitchcock movie. I've seen parts of them on television and everything. But when people talk about it having a Hitchcockian flavor, I can understand that. I know what they're talking about. It's a story of a man who loses his wife, literally loses his wife. His wife becomes kidnapped, is kidnapped while he's in Paris. When he's in the shower, his wife disappears from the hotel room. And despite his best efforts, he can't involve anyone else in his quest to get her back.
I filled out one of these damn forms, and it's not a missing person. It's a kidnapping.
Oh, don't you think that's a little bit premature to be so positive?
No, I don't think. I have witnesses. My wife was kidnapped. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
This is a person who's used to a measure of control and authority in his own world, suddenly thrust into a situation where everything is out of control.
When you choose a project, in terms of its appeal, is it purely personal?
Well, you want the film that you do to be seen. There's no sense making a film that's not seen. It's a great waste of time and money. You want the ideas of the film to be communicated. If you do it ineptly and the ideas aren't communicated, then that's a great disappointment. So you want to work with the best people you can, on the best material that you can, give yourself the best shot that you can. And I like to contrast the role that I'm going to take with what I've recently done. I don't want to do the same thing over and over again.
Do you want, is there a part of Harrison Ford that says, I want an Academy Award, or I want people to say, damn it, he's a great actor?
No, I would prefer people to, well, listen, I don't mind if people say that I'm a good actor, but I don't think I want people to say I'm a great actor necessarily. I'd like them to be enough in the film so that they don't know whether there's acting going on or not.
You don't feel like you were ever boxed in by Hollywood?
No, I never felt that I was typecast or that there was any resistance in the business to my doing other kinds of things. After all, after Star Wars, it was commercial viability that we were talking about here. And so there were a number of options available to me. And then after that point, when you have a certain commercial viability, people let you dig your own hole.
It seems like everybody wants to pry into your private life. That's not a place you want to go into. At the same place...
Depends on how private they're talking about.
Right.
But it's not a question of being secretive. It's just a question of making a decision about what I think's appropriate to these circumstances and to my job as an actor, which after all depends on pretending that I'm somebody else. So the less known about me, just for very practical purposes, the better.
Do you, at the same time, is there a sense of, does Harrison Ford care about the Harrison Ford image, or?
Well, I'm aware of what it is, yeah. and so without being aware of what it is, you couldn't make informed choices about what to do next to confuse that image. The only interest I have in my image is knowing what it is so I can confuse them next time out.
Next time out for Harrison Ford will be at Christmas time in a film directed by Mike Nichols called Working Girl. It's 17 minutes before the hour. Coming up, Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak.
The third Indiana Jones adventure movie opens in theaters across the country today. Harrison Ford once again plays Indiana Jones and says 3 is enough.
Dr. Jones. Yes?
It's called Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, supposedly Indy's last screen adventure. It's the first, though, to feature his dad, Dr. Henry Jones, played by Sean Connery, and the first to focus on characters as much as action.
Easy. Why do you think I sent it home in the first place? So it wouldn't fall into their hands. I came here to save you.
I think what we were able to bring to this film was this relationship with my father, played by Sean Connery, which I think is very interesting in and of itself. But for the character that I played, it meant a deepening of the character, and I thought that was essential if we were to do another one.
The Last Crusade reveals what motivates Indiana Jones, the archaeologist and the adventurer. As always, there's a search for treasure, this time the Holy Grail. And there's another Indiana Jones signature, harrowing, action-packed scenes with many stunts performed by Harrison Ford himself.
There are lots of moments of physical action which can be very valuable character-wise. And one of the things that distinguishes these films, I think, is the extent to which we're able to take advantage of those opportunities.
Those people are trying to kill us. I know, Dad!
There's also a light-hearted side to Indiana Jones. That's a major reason why Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Temple of Doom are among the most successful movies of all time.
There's a lot of pleasure in the pure fun of it. The humor appeals to me. The selflessness of the character appeals to me. The self-irony that he has, I like.
Harrison Ford has played a wide range of characters over the years, from the cop on the run in Witness to the deal maker in Working Girl. Whatever the role, Ford says there has to be more to the part than just words on the paper.
I've got to have an emotional relationship to the thing. I think that's what makes movies work, is generating an emotional continuity between you and the audience. And if you don't have it yourself, you can't generate it.
Come on, boy, let's go. Prove it.
Ford was anything but an overnight success. He was one of the last actors to come out of Hollywood's studio system in the 60s. As he struggled, he began a second career as a handyman, a kind of carpenter to the stars. All along, Ford refused to be typecast.
Determined that if I kept doing the same thing over and over again, I was going to wear out my welcome, and I'd never get to do the kind of work that I wanted to do. So I developed a second career, which allowed me to feed my family and not have to take every acting job that came along. I began to pick and choose from amongst the things that were offered to me at that point, and it began to affect some control over my career.
For Harrison Ford, that choice has paid off, with two of the most recognizable movie roles ever, Han Solo and Indiana Jones. The Star Wars characters are in retirement for now, and the Indiana Jones films seem to be headed the same way.
I'm pleased that I did all of them. I have no intention of doing another one at this point.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade will have some tough competition at the box office this summer. Batman and Ghostbusters 2 are going to be playing at a theater near you a little later on. It's 10 minutes before the hour. Next, baby Jessie, about to turn 3.